But I gotta ask you. Speaking of C's, no more famous than Mr. Cumia. For the record, I love the guy, so I'm not trying to set you up to trash talk him. But there's no denying that the guy is a fucking like a critic magnet. That there's people out there who want to not even so much cancel him, but just give him shit and complain and harass. So, and he's got a lot of controversy around him about past shit. So, what's it like for you as a guest or a friend or a comic to go on that show, knowing that the host Anthony Cumia has this a big controversial side to him?
I think Anthony's one of the funniest human beings ever. He's unfortunately labeled a few. I never really gave a shit. Like, I'm pretty loyal to everybody, and he's always been nothing but cool to me and nothing but funny. And I don't. That's how I judge him. I just judge him for that. I mean, he's never done anything. I've never heard him say anything remotely racial in just conversation, like we're just hanging out, when we were on camera. So I don't know where, I don't know. People that judge that are fucking idiots. Like, if you're judging me because I go on Anthony Cumia show, you're an idiot. I don't care. Like, he's done nothing but help me. Help make my album #1, promoting me. So, like, why would I turn my back on him? Because he's quote unquote not the popular guy or the guy everyone we have to fall in line with.
Yeah, I'll admit, like, as a Cumia fan, I do wish he would stop talking about political and social shit online as much and maybe just stick to making fun of nerds. But I think that there's this bizarre group of people who made him what he is, and now they're actively trying to ruin him. And I think, like, it's not going to happen because I think, I don't know if you'd agree with this, but when it comes to Anthony, I would say he's the funniest non-comic comedy guy out there.
I agree 100%. I mean, the guy could, if he really wanted, he could pursue stand-up comedy if he wanted. That's how funny he is. And, he's a multi-millionaire, a broadcast legend. He can honestly just live out his life. He doesn't have to do this. Like, he's just doing it for fun. That Compound Media is like his softball league. It's a bowling league for him. It's just what he likes to do, and he's good at it. So, and he's helped a lot of comics along the way. I mean, yeah, some of these super fans, they're kind of weird. There's a group of dudes that they think they're helping, and they think they're. The problem with these fans is, we put ourselves out there, and they see us interacting. I use the analogy, like when I was a kid, I used to play cops, and I had like a fake gun and a fake badge. But I went to a real precinct and pretend like I was a cop, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here! You didn't go to police training. You never shot somebody before. You'll want to be." And that's what I say with some of these fans who, just because they open up a Zoom account and have a YouTube page, doesn't mean you're a fucking entertainer. I mean, you can do it, but nobody knows who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, just know your role. Be a fan, and quit pretend like you're a comic.
That's one of the things for me that, of course, Dave Landau, where he followed me on Twitter, and it was a case of like, I've now the ability to DM him, but I don't want to abuse the privilege and get into one of these like, "Hey Dave, how was lunch? Did you have soup with it?" You just want to sort of stay there as a fan of a person who's being nice to a fellow racist.
I never like in my wildest dreams. I mean, before I met Artie, I was a fan. I was a fan of his. The Howard Stern show was like a big deal to me when I was younger. But I would never, at the time, being a young comic, like go in there and just start ripping on him. Like, "Yeah, you fat fuck." I would never do that. I'm like, dude, I don't know. First of all, you've accomplished way more than I ever have. And, you've inspired me to be somewhat of a fuck up and get on stage and to go into broadcasting. So, but some of these fans, they just don't get it. They just like, "Oh, we're all equals." No, man, we've been fucking busting our ass, doing shitty mics after shitty gig, dedicator, and it's so thankless. So you didn't put the work in. So quit trying to hang with us. You're not hanging with us.